That's a fantastic beard, by the way.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
We're here with Rabbit Radio, just so we do the intro and everything.
Hello.
Lockie Fitzpatrick. So where are you born? Where did you come from originally? Give us a
I
bit of a
come
rap.
from a dark place. Away, way, far away. No, I come from just outside Edinburgh. A little place called Mayfield, Dalkeith. I like to say it's a bit like Alice Springs. It's got the same social issues. It's just that we've got a lot more rain.
A lot more rain.
Yeah, we're like albino local fellas in Alice, and Alice folks are like flipping well darker folk who were.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, you know, it's
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
It's great. I love it. Yeah, but I grew up in a very you know, like flipping urban style, but village. It's like, it's weird. You've got the villages, but they've got that urban, hard working, you know,
Yeah.
grungy, dark fighting, violence, everything everywhere, you know. And it's just that's where I grew up. You know?
So what made you want to make the move to Alice Springs then?
I had an Irish girlfriend who basically always wanted to come to Australia. I didn't want to travel anywhere. I was happy to sit in a pub with a bottle of beer and a bottle of whiskey and just get absolutely drunk and oblivious. But I got codependent on this girl, and I travelled everywhere she went, and I finally arrived in Alice Springs, and that's, for me, that's what the step was. I got to Alice, and something changed in my thinking.
What do you think influences your music a lot? Do you think Alice has a huge impact on that? Or?
It's everything. Alice Springs.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I never played music anywhere else. I never grew up playing music. I never did anything apart from drink beer. And that's the truth. Hobby. Like, that was my life. That's what I did. Like, you know. And for me, when I moved, or when I ran away, if you want to put it that way, I ended up in Alice Springs. I was traveling with a guitar and stuff, and I basically just knew 3 dodgy chords and a whole load of folk music, you know. And then got to Alice, and something happened. I met these wonderful people who basically said, "Look, you've got a voice. You should do something with that." Like, you know. And then I went back to Ireland and came back, and then I started writing, and I made some real big changes in my life, and those big changes helped me to look into me and start writing, you know, and from that point on, I've been doing that. That's what I've been doing. It's crazy. Alice Springs is, I think Alice Springs life experiences and the people that I have in my life are what influence my writing.
So what do you think it takes for someone to come from Alice Springs to stand out in the Australian music industry, or just in the industry in general? What do you think they have to have?
I think belief. I think as artists, we've all got that demon inside us. That's that voice niggling away and chewing and scratching at our head, saying we're not good enough, we're not this. And when you come from such a remote area, we're very blessed to come from the remote area, because we've got this beautiful, strong community of songwriters and artists, and you know, in the territory we've got this real staunch, we believe in one another, and I think that's unique. I think that's really unique to anywhere else. I referred to it as a bit like, you know how you get to that TV show, The Dome? Where everybody's in the Dome. Well, that's Alice Springs. And everybody's afraid to go to the Dome. Like, they can't get through it. But I think when you break through the Dome, you realise what is actually there. And if you believe enough and you're strong enough within yourself and you want to go further, you break through the Dome. I think coming from the desert is, if anything, it's a massive advantage.
Yeah. So are you trying to, say, bring the exposure to remote areas like Alice Springs, or are you just trying to break out of the Dome?
I think both, really. I think to break out the Dome then is giving exposure to the remote area of Alice Springs, but remote areas all over Australia. Like, you know, we're not the only place that has that element of feeling alone, that that nobody's listening, nobody's there to hear you. You know, I think as creative individuals, and that could be whatever creativity it is you're doing, I think we all feel that we're the only ones doing it until actually somebody hears what you're doing, you know. And I think being in a remote area is doubly hard, but at the same time you do have a unique clique that's there to help you out when you're really feeling your worst.
Yeah, fair enough. Ability to perform live. Do you think that it's important for an artist to stand out in a live performance, to have their own kind of style?
I think individuality is what it's all about.
Yeah.
I think if you're an individual, I think that'll show. I think if you're like everybody else, that'll show. I think if you believe in what you're doing, that'll show. I think if you don't believe in what you're doing, that'll show. I think it's all about being an individual, and being an individual who believes in what they're doing and not what everybody else is doing. And being an individual and doing just doing, just being who you are.
So how do you get the confidence to be able to have that belief in yourself when you're up on stage in front of a crowd?
I think that's getting your chops up. I think you have to get your chops up. I think we're lucky in Alice that we don't have many venues, but we do have a group, a hardcore people, and who basically you've just got to do it.
Yeah.
And then when you've done everywhere where you've grown up, you need to do it outside, and then you need to do it again. And it's all about believe it. And also, like, I'm one of these people that believes that you do have to rehearse, practice. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like anything, like, you know, and sit in front of a mirror and do those things where you feel that you're a bit, you know, like, do those moves, those dances in front of the mirror, do those those talks, those lines in front of the mirror. Like,
Yeah.
practice your interviews, practice everything, practice. Don't be afraid to do that, because if you don't do that practice, then it's going to come across.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. So we got some quick fire questions for you.
Great.
So super fast and
Okay,
super
let's go.
random. Have you ever been arrested?
Yes,
What'd you get arrested for?
many a things.
Have you ever met your idol?
I meet them every day.
Yeah. Have you ever been naked in public?
Yes,
Have you ever broken a bone?
yes,
Have you ever stage dived?
yes.
Have you ever been broken-hearted?
Many a time.
Have you ever skydived?
No.
Have you ever skinny dipped?
Yes,
Have you ever been reincarnated?
I believe so, but I've just got to remember it.
Alright, so you got to choose one. Cat or dog?
Dog.
Nature or nurture?
Oh, I think we should nurture.
Beer or wine?
Cheese.
Jeez. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Yeah. Mac or PC?
Oh, I'm debating that.
Yeah. Quality or quantity?
I think quality.
Love or money?
Love.
Forward drive or combi? That's a great one.
Combi.
Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much wrapped up for the day.
Thanks
much
very
for
much.
talking
No,
about it.
thanks. Okay, man. Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for
Thanks very
coming
much.
down.